welcome back to my channel. In this video, I make 3 fireplaces for my Barbie dioramas in 1/6 scale. The first one is a makeover. I used the fireplace from this 1990s Gold Lock Toys foldable dollhouse. I painted it gray and applied some scrapbook paper to it, but it could be better. I want it to look like this. I'm using foam board and cardboard to make it bigger. I'm also applying newspaper and glue, like paper mache, to cover all the gaps. I'm using 8 cartons for my brick. My brick size is 1/4 inch by 1 inch. Okay, that looks good. I'm mixing baking soda in my paint to give it more texture. I'm painting the fireplace gray. I'm cutting more brick from the 8 carton so I can apply it to the inside of the fireplace. I think I'll paint the fireplace a darker gray. Yes, that looks much better. I'm using balsa wood to create the mantle, and I'm also going to stain it. To create fire for my fireplace, I'm using these page dividers and some plastic sheets that are yellow, orange, and red, plus some branches from outside. I love how the fireplace turned out. It makes the living room feel more cozy. What do you think? The second fireplace will be made from scratch for my pink pop inspired diorama. I'm grabbing some cardboard for my fireplace. I'm using the first fireplace as a guide for the size. The height of this fireplace is 8.5 inches and the width is 6 3/4 inches. I'm going to make the new one 7 inches wide, and the height of this part of the fireplace is going to be 7.5 inches. I'm cutting a few layers. I think I want it to be just under 2 inches deep. I'm not sure if I want it to be 7 inches tall. For this part of the fireplace, I want to make a bigger hearth. That's the base of the fireplace. So the middle part will be 7 inches wide and 5.5 inches tall. The part where the fire sits is going to be 4 inches wide and the height is going to be 3 1/4 inches. I'm using a layer of foam board as well. I think the foam board is a bit stronger than the cardboard, but I'm only going to add 1 layer. For this fireplace, I want to add 2 candles. The other one only has 1. I want the fire to be brighter. I have to figure out where I'm going to put the lights. I'm thinking the lights will sit in the hearth under the main part of the fireplace. That's why I want my fireplace to be a bit deeper so the lights will fit better. For the hearth, I'm cutting cardboard into 2.5 by 9 inches. And the height of the hearth will be 2 inches. The mantle is going to be the same size as the hearth, but only 1/4 inch height. I want a big surface so I can display a lot of decor. Oops, I forgot to make room for the lights. That's what I'm doing now. The opening will be 3.5 inches by 1.25 inch. There, I think that'll work. Now I'm just sanding off the cardboard bits so all the cardboard is flush. Okay, I think it's all ready for paper mache. I'm ripping up some strips of newspaper. It's better to rip it up than to cut it up. I waited for one side of the pieces to be dry so I can work on the other side. And I messed up again. The middle part where the lights will sit is not even, so I need to fix that first. I hate measuring. I want my fireplace to look like stone, so I'm cutting up this wine box insert into smaller roundish pieces. I'm using some of my leftover brick for the hearth. Everything is dry and ready for painting. I'm painting it all pink. I'm even painting the inside where the fire sits pink. I think it would be too much of a contrast if I painted it black. I also want to add some texture, so I'm mixing in baking soda to the paint. Okay, everything is dry and ready to put together. Oh no, I messed up again. I didn't leave room for my fingers to turn the light on and off. I'm going to use a piece of foam board. The lights will sit under it. I'm going to make a couple of holes so the flame could peek through. I'm going to cut a chunk of the cardboard so there'll be room for me to turn the lights on and off. Okay, that works. I'm adding some glue on the seams so I can paint over it. I'm using the same fire from the first fireplace, but I will need to make another one. I love how this fireplace turned out, but I think it needs a fire screen. I'm going to use this gutter mesh I bought at the dollar store. I'm using coffee stir sticks as the frame. I'm painting it white to match the decor in the living room. There, that looks better. I love it. Okay, and the last fireplace in this video is for Marilyn Monroe's condo diorama. I'm also making it from scratch. I'm using this box as the base, and it looks like it's the perfect depth for my tea lights. I grabbed my building blocks to help me build the design. And some of this thick cardboard, and this ornate wood piece I got from the dollar store. I'm going to cut some holes into the cardboard for the tea lights to sit in. I'm gluing in cardboard into the inside of the box to make it stronger. I don't think I'm going to use the building blocks. I want to keep it simple and elegant. I'm covering all the cardboard bits. I'm using this molding from an old frame from the mantle. My smaller miter box cut the first piece, but it's just too small, so I'm just going to use one piece for now. I have this glue trim I made with my silicone molds and hot glue. I'm gluing on dowels to the edges. I'm going to use more of the ornate wood piece and some of these floral wood pieces cut in half. Nope, that's too much. Just want to keep it simple. I'm applying spackle to cover the gaps. Now I'm sanding it to get it ready for painting. I'm painting the inside black and the outside white with lots of baking soda mixed in. I really like how the picture frame molding looks on the mantle, and I need more of it on the fireplace, so I ordered a big miter box to help. Wow, that looks so much better. I also want to make a fire screen for Marilyn's fireplace. I'm using the mesh on this plastic basket I got from the dollar store. That looks great. I love it. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me which fireplace is your favorite. I think my favorite is Marilyn's. Please hype and give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.